Good afternoon. The Valley and most of South Texas are now preparing for what is Hurricane Harvey. It's expected. We'll have the latest on the information right now. We have team coverage with what you need to know to keep safe. But first, we go to our First 1-5 Storm Center with Chief Meteorologist Tim Smith and Samara Coquinos.
Hey there, good afternoon, Gabriella. Yes, I am joined by Chief Meteorologist Tim Smith in the Storm Tracking Center. And at the noon hour, we have new developments on Harvey. It is now a hurricane status moving toward the Texas coast. And as you can see, we're going to put a little arrow on here, and it shows that it's just a little bit over 300 miles due south and east of us. So that's something that we're continuing to watch. As it approaches the Texas coast, however, we are anticipating even more strengthening of this storm. And you can see that as we put the future track model in motion, this particular storm is going to continue to make its way north to northwest and strengthen possibly to major hurricane status as it nears the Corpus Christi area for landfall. So although we are not in the direct pathway of this storm, we are going to be feeling some major impacts here, aren't we, Tim?
One of the issues with this as it goes in and out, it looks like, again, this storm likely, direct landfall is not likely here. It's closer to Corpus Christi. We're out of this 3-day window now, but look what happens after the first 3 days. It goes inland, and look at the timing. Saturday at 7 a.m. Not tonight, not tomorrow, but not till Saturday. So it goes by, and we're on the edge of it. Remember, a hurricane is bigger than what that little symbol is. A hurricane, in this particular case, is, as it's up here, you're going to be looking at a storm that is, big, and you're on the edge of it. You don't get the hurricane force winds. They're in the middle, but you get the outskirts of it. You get still gusty winds. You still get heavy rain. Now look what happens after Saturday. It just sits there. Now, for folks, let's say, if this forecast holds, for folks up around here, around Victoria, midway between Corpus Christi and Houston, they are going to get rain. They are going to get a lot of rain.
Definitely.
And we're looking at some places, perhaps in the neighborhood of 20 to 30 inches of rain.
Exactly. And I mean, when it just sits there and meanders around like that, that's when it really poses those flooding issues with that heavy rain as it just sits there. Now, we still have tropical storm warnings for Willacy and Cameron County until further notice. Hurricane watch for the coastal waters. You'll notice Kennedy County it's lit up there in the red, indicating they are still under that hurricane warning at this point in time. So we are going to experience the gusty winds, anywhere up to 50, 60 mile per hour wind speeds can be expected, especially near the coast. But more importantly, I think that rain is going to be a big time impact here. Right now, we're just seeing a few bands of rain moving in, and that's what's bringing us those showers and thunderstorms over the Gulf right now, making their way to the south and west. So packing some heavy rain there, and you can expect some downpours from time to time as these continue to move into the valley. The thing about it is, as this storm gets closer and closer, you're going to notice that those bands of rain become more frequent and the rain becomes a little bit more steady. We're expecting that tonight, but if you look to the north, flash flood watches have been issued until Saturday night for Brooks as well as Kennedy County.
I think if you're in the eastern part of the valley, if you're over here up into Kennedy County, I think in the valley in this area you're looking at 3 to 5 inches of rain probably. If you're farther back, let's say you're along here, along the river from McAllen westward, maybe 2 to 4 at most, but I think the coastal counties are certainly going to see more. We'll see more wind, we'll see more rain. The farther inland you get, the less you'll get. And as long as that stalling takes place to the north of us, up around Victoria, then we're out on the edge of that. One other thing to go with that, traveling out of the valley, north of the valley this weekend, don't do it. Just don't do it. Life-threatening flash flooding will happen in Texas the next 2 or 3 days, so just don't do it. Stay home. You're better off in the valley than any place else in South Texas.
Most definitely. We'll continue to break down all of these developing details with Harvey headed our way, and we'll show you your hour-by-hour look at the rain as it heads to the RGV coming up in a few minutes. Gabriella, back to you.